Hello, this is VASISTA Academy. I am Dr. VENUGOPAL. In this video, we shall have a beautiful discussion on soft skills topic. Another topic in soft skill here is duality and contradiction. Very, very controversial one. Duality and contradiction. What is duality and what is contradiction? In man's life, this predicament, this is a feeling of duality and contradiction is a very, very frequent phenomenon. Duality means dual thoughts, having one idea first, on the second thought another idea, or finally some more idea. So first idea, first thought, second thought. First one idea and again another idea. First let us do this work. Afterwards, no, let us do that work. Let us select this one. In this kind of dual thought we come across from student career, employment in our profession. Suppose we visit one shop. When we are visited one shop, even there during our shopping, while selecting some item, we will have that dual thought. This is called dual thought. Means first let us select this one. No, this is not nice. This is one. Like that, we have dual ideas. First idea, second idea. Whereas a contradiction is slightly different. That is, these two ideas will have a contradiction. Means conflict. Finally, which one to select? Whether that one or this one, that is a dual thought, a duality. Whereas in the contradiction, there is a lot of confusion, a chaos, a clash. Oh, first we have selected this one, and that is nice. There are plus points in this. Plus points. Okay, we can select it. Again, no. There are minus points also in this. So plus points we shall be studying. We shall say okay it. And again minus points we shall be studying number of times. Again, okay, let's have the first one only. So there is a confusion whether to this one or that one. See, let's have a clear idea about it. Duality means first we select. Suppose we are selecting one cloth, one t-shirt or one saree there in the shopping. First we select this item. Yes, this color is very good, this design is very nice. We shall select this one only. Again, on seeing another one, we this is very nice, this color is nice, this design is nice, this saree is very fine. Like that. That is a dual. And in the this dual thought will gradually go into a contradiction, a confusion. Finally, there are plus points in this, very good, and again minus points also in this. Quality is not good, design is very nice, okay, leave it. And here, okay, color, design, everything is good, but quality is not. So minus points we shall be studying in this, plus points also we shall be studying in this. Leave it out. So the lot of confusion whether to select this one or that one, contradiction. You take for example in the case of a student, because these things generally we come across in the student career. You take the example of a student choice of studies. Okay, I would like to go for chartered accountancy because it has gained its momentum, a lot of opportunities we have in the market. Let us select only chartered accountancy. He will have the selection in his mind, influenced by his friends or teachers, whatever may be. He has studied and selected this chartered accountancy for his career. And afterwards, again influenced by parents or friends, no, engineering, that is the ultimatum. Nobody can be equal to this engineer. So engineering is better. You go for this only. Suppose they say, okay, My friends and my parents are also suggesting this one. They are insisting on it. So let us take this one. On the second thought, and actually, at the time of joining, there will be a serious contradiction, conflict in his mind, a chaos, a confusion. Oh, chartered accountancy is always better because a lot of chances, high pay, and there will be very limited chartered accountants in our country. So, in the job market, it has its own demand, full demand. Better this one, chartered accountancy. But at the same time, there are minus points. It is very difficult to pass. Only 5 to 10%, not even 10%, hardly 10% passes in chartered accountancy. If we are a failure, suppose we fail in that examination, what is our fate? Oh, that is not that one. So better to go for engineering only. He will be coming to this point. And again, he will have next thought. He will look into that minus points. Oh, there are plus points, no doubt. Engineering has its own value in the market, society. We can invent so many things also. But at the same time, there are minus points. See, after having selected this engineering, again he will look into that plus points and minus points. There are so many minus points also in this. Plus points are also there. So, what to do? Just like Hamlet's to be or not to be. Here, to take or not to take. To take this one or that one. Which one? To opt for this chartered accountancy or opt for this engineering? Which one? A lot of confusion. Breaking one's head. That is contradiction. This kind of duality and contradiction are innate in human being. Our Upanishads say. That is why Bertrand Russell, a philosopher, says that mind is like a cloud. It will not be stable. It will not be static. It is dynamic. How the cloud changes its shape, its form, influenced by the climate. In the same way, our mind will also be influenced by circumstances, influenced by the counseling, influenced by our studies, knowledge, learning, whatever it is. And takes its different shapes, decisions, thoughts. So mind, just like a cloud, will not be static. It will be always changing and changing. Then what to do? At the time of taking a decision, see, man is always expected of taking some decision or the other in our day-to-day life, in different activities of our life. He is expected to take some decision. So at the time of decision making, there is a lot of confusion. There is a lot of our talent, our intelligence, everything is required. That is a stability and integrity. Stability and integrity are the two important requisites that are required for decision making. Yes, in philosophy, it is an ideal one. All philosophers in the world say that we must be stable, we must have the stability and integrity in our thoughts. Tranquility, serenity and tranquility in our thought, philosophers say. Okay, well and good. This is very great ideal in philosophy, but in actual practical psychology, it cannot be. It is not possible because in the philosophy itself, they said, in particularly in Tagore's poems, Tagore's dramas, we find this kind of duality and contradiction very often in the characters, in his characters. Because it is mentioned very distinctly in our Upanishads that man is subjected to innate contradiction, innate duality. Reasons may be of various reasons may be there, circumstances, situations, environment, our education, some counseling, friends, so many things may be there. So, then what to do? How to do? Now, intellectual decision making by good counseling, by good learning. Learning, I have number of times I have repeated that learning means positive wisdom, positive knowledge, practical wisdom. and good values will be there. This is called learning, true learning. So, true learning and intellect, if you have the true learning, maybe by your self study or by with the help of your friends, circle, teachers, whosoever, if you possess such type of quality, automatically you will have the intellectual decision, great intellectual decision. That one, the second one, time alone will solve. Time alone will, and means the duration of time. The time alone will show the way how to, what to select, how to go, what way to take, what road to take, what decision to take. Sometimes the things will not be in our hand. You take the examples, we shall take some illustrations from Einstein, great thinkers, great personalities, legendaries. Einstein, Albert Einstein, a physicist, educationist, psychologist, great thinker, philosopher also he is. He wanted to become a scientist. Actually, he wanted to study philosophy, but he became a scientist. And afterwards, again he showed interest in psychology. He has given wonderful ideas about psychology and education, particularly educational psychology. He says in one of the contexts in his valuable book that see the great conspicuous thing that the students are missing is the sense of beauty, which are exploited by the parents. Means parents themselves are responsible for forfeiting. Students are our wards, our children, so forfeiture of the beauty, sense of beauty, at the cost of learning, at the cost of education, he says. Very great ideas he has given, and in another context he says that our education itself is a great hurdle to our true learning, he said. We will be taken aback when we read some of his well sayings like that in the context of educational psychology. So he, a scientist turned philosopher, scientist turned psychologist, Einstein. You take another example of Freud, Sigmund Freud, a great psychologist. He was actually a doctor, MBBS doctor. But after becoming a doctor, he turned to be a great psychologist in the world. So there is a contradiction. Is it not a contradiction? Is it not a duality? So temperament is a dual thought. A second thought, final thought, improved thought, maybe. We can also think in a positive sense. It's an improved thought. That thought made him turn to be a great psychologist in the world, that doctor, Sigmund Freud. And another gigantic example from America. There was one, a great Chief Justice of American Supreme Court. It is Wendell Holmes. Wendell Holmes was a great. He worked as a Chief Justice of America, Supreme Court of America, for more than 30 years. Until 93 or 94, he worked as Chief Justice. A very wonderful thing, hitherto unknown issue that is. That man was showing interest in poetry and philosophy. He wanted to become a great poet. He joined literature also, BA literature, philosophy, with literature and philosophy combination. But his father just suggested him, better you join law. You choose law subject and become an advocate, good advocate, and a judge in a course of time later on in the life. Actually, he was not at all interested in that, in the law subject. He was interested in philosophy and literature. Though his father did not insist on that law discipline, gradually he was drawn to law later on in his life. And after studying law, he became an advocate, served as justice, judge, and Chief Justice of Supreme Court of America for a long time. And he is one of the greatest Chief Justices in the world. So dual thought and contradiction will be like that. Sometimes it may be negative or sometimes it may be positive. Totally, there will be a lot of confusion and chaos in contradiction. But it is our intellectual decision by good and true learning and by good counseling with our friends, by our teachers, whomsoever. By this alone, by intellectual decision making alone, we can become a great personality, and we can maintain the balance, and we can get on amidst this duality and contradiction. It is very difficult to get on in this world of duality and contradiction. That is why I have given some examples from the great personalities. We can also take one more example from our Andhra Pradesh, that is N.T. Ramarao, one of the topmost cine heroes in India, and a former former Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, N.T. Ramarao. You must have heard about him. This man was working as a sub-registrar because before that he was in very hardship. He enjoyed poverty. From that poor condition, he came to that post, and when he entered that post, sub-registrar post, he felt very, very happy. He was in the seventh heaven because I got a very good opportunity in my life. But at the same time, there was an innate talent, artistic talent in him, and that was extracted by some directors, some friends. They invited him to the cine field. There was a lot of duality and contradiction in him. His brother advised him, no, not to go to cine field. You continue this post, government job, sub-registrar, very noble job, terrific job. It is giving giving livelihood to us. Don't leave this job. And this man, N.T. Ramarao, thought over and thought over. First thought, let us continue in this job. Second thought, no, I have the innate talent. Since my student career onwards, I acted in dramas, some plays. Let us exhibit, let us make use of this talent. It's a great opportunity, he thought to. So there was a great contradiction in his mind, confusion and chaos. Finally, the best example I am giving, finally it is intellectual decision making imbibed with true learning. He finally selected that cine field. He acted in number of movies. He was in the limelight, great success, became a great star, became a great cine hero, and he vibrated the cine field in the entire country, South India particularly. So this duality and contradiction are very common in our life, and when we are amidst these duality and contradiction, what all we can do is that we have to exercise beautiful intellectual decision making imbibed with good learning and good counseling. This is what I would like to say about duality and contradiction, which are very common in our life since our childhood or student career till the end of our life. Always we come across this. Thank you very much for listening and watching. Kindly encourage me and give me your patching by subscribing my academy channel. Thank you, friends.